Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do video 2, which includes the living room and the tree behind me. I figured a good place to start would be over here on this wall. I got my two ladies up here on the shelf with the bottle brush trees behind them. They work really well right here. And then we go up here and I have lots of these little ladies hanging out here, my little angel ladies that have been collected. Mr. Snowman. This Holt Howard set was Ruthie's. She gave it to me. And so it hangs up on top of her buffet here every year. And we got some great items there. This little white tree here, this is very near and dear to my heart. That was my granny's. So it stays up there so it doesn't get broke. It surrounds itself by this collection of people, including this new train that I got from the Christmas Hoarder. Love that. This tree is fantastic. It has all the little dots. And if you look up on the ceiling, it projects that, which is fantastic. And then I have a pair of these cardboard Christmas trees. So down here, and I'll open the glass to cut back from the glare. I have two of these little guys here, which are adorable. This was one of the first pieces I ever got. This is Noel. I just picked up this Murano angel hanging out here. And then there's my other person. Down here I got the Lefton Holly people. I got a total of 6 of these. So they're there with my bottle brush trees. And this guy, he's been through a lot, but he was one of the first pieces I got too, so he's going to stay with me. And then my little guys down here. And I have this stocking hanging up here that I absolutely love. Close this up. And we'll go over to this side. So over on this side we have these cute little guys here. And then another candy cane trio, or not trio, 4 of them there. And then here's their other 2 friends. And then I always put this stuff in here because this is like some of my favorites and it looks great with my Murano glass and flamingo collection, which I will do a video here when we get out of the holidays. I'll pull it out and show everybody. So there's those guys there, and I love these little guys here. And down here we have these cuties. And even down below here we have a whole little display. These guys here I think were my grannies, I'm pretty sure. We have the hula hooping Santa and Mrs. Claus. My Christmas card list containers are in the background here. This is a Holt Howard piece I got from the Christmas Hoarder that matches the candlesticks that I had. These little ladies here. These cuties were my grannies. I got those cute little dogs up there. There's a little Holt Howard angel. And then here's the other candlestick. So here is the tree. You guys may have heard in the first video, this was on my bucket list to have one of these. It's actually called a Holly Gay tree. And I wanted one for a long time because I love the turquoise color. And after several attempts of buying one online, I finally got this one. And unbeknownst to me, Sarah and Ruth bought me the one in the dining room. So I got two that year. But start off up top here. This tree topper I got from my friend Amanda. She was selling some stuff and I absolutely loved his face, so I got that. Most of the ornaments on this tree came from one person. Her name was Rosemary. I was fortunate enough in 2020 to buy out her holiday stuff as well as other things. And so I loved all these ornaments. I sold some. These were the ones I kept, and I decided to do a tree dedicated to her. In years past, I've done a 7-foot silver aluminum tree in here with all turquoise ornaments, but since then, I've really been using these because they just are near and dear to my heart. I've added a couple here and there over the years, but I really do like them. So we'll just kind of take a gander at all the ones. And color wheel doesn't work the greatest on here, so I have used one of these strobe lights from outside underneath just to give it some color. I love the little mushroom clips. And most of these ornaments she collected in Germany, France, and there's little notes on some of the boxes that I put them in every year. So this little goldfish here, this is a really early fish. This was gifted to me by my buddy Jason over at the auction house. A dear friend of ours passed away this year, and this was one of the ornaments that she had, and so I wanted something from Nancy, and he bought a bunch of ornaments and gifted me that goldfish. So I'm very happy to have it. This is one of my favorites here. Love that. And this pink poodle was purchased by Rosemary in 1957 in France. It's one of my favorites. This was from Germany, this one here. There's two of them, but the top on the other one is kind of broken, so I just put the one on. That's one of my favorites as well. And then we have the swans. That was purchased in Italy in 1960, I believe. And she loved the birds, so I have a lot of clip-on birds. I've been very fortunate to add those to the tree, and there's some great ones, like these peacocks here. Love these little gnomes hiding in there. I added these purple ones, I think, last year because you don't see too many purple. But there's some really neat ones on here. These I love, even though they're newer, I think they're great. And she had those in her collection, so I kept them. And down here at the very bottom of the tree, I always have the Brenda Lee Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree record. That's a little nod to my granny, because that was her favorite record. So I put it under the tree every year, just because it's my way of just remembering her, even though I have a lot of her Christmas decorations. So we will go over to here. This is my white and gold area. I have developed a favoritism of the white ceramic Christmas trees. I do like the green ones, but the white ones really, just something about them. I love them. Picked up this little Holt Howard bottle brush tree from the Christmas Hoarder this year. And there's so many cute little knickknacks that I've collected. This is one of my favorite sets of Holt Howard. It's the Snowman Salt and Pepper Shakers with the candle holder. That little tree right there, that came from the Christmas Hoarder. There's my gold Harold Gale. Love that. This is one of my favorite trees with all the different kinds of lights in there. And then I added the angel tree topper from Amanda this year. She had that and I bought it from her. These big stockings hung in my granny's house for years, so they hang up there on the wall. Love this tree with the ornaments. Some of these white angels were my granny's as well, and I put them around the base, as well as this guy here, that was hers. And then I have a few of the candy cane boys and some more ceramic trees. Let me go over to the mantle. Now up here I do have a lot of my candle huggers on the red candles. Eventually, as I go on and collect more lucite candles, those will go red and green for Christmas. So on the mantle garland, I typically use the gold garland, and then I add in the Christmas Corsage collection. I did add these trees here. There's a pair of them I bought recently. I just love the gold color to match with the other ones. This is a family heirloom. Well, it's a replacement of a family heirloom. We had that growing up, and unfortunately my granny broke the deer off, so I bought a replacement one. I still have the broken one. Got these giant store display poinsettias out here next to the church. I picked that up from my buddy Jesse at Space a couple years ago. And then I got these great white ceramic trees with matching little Santas. I got those at the Sledworks years ago. This is a very, very special piece. This was my granny's. It's very coveted by people in my family, like my aunt. She watched one of my first videos and said, "I saw the church, I saw the church." So this is something that has been in the family for years. You can wind it up and it'll play with the bells. I believe it's made by Noma, but we love it, and it's going to live with me until I'm no longer here. I got the big old bottle brush white wreath up there that I love. And then continuation over here. This little cutie right here, that was made by Enamour Amy. So Amy, if you're watching, I love this piece. It's made it to the mantle. It's going to live there for a while. Down here we have mostly the elf collection. Oop, bumped into that, but these guys all kind of live here with these two really old Santas that I've had for a long time. This lava tree, believe it or not, came from the Christmas Hoarder about 10 years ago. I bought that from him, and I absolutely love it. And then, not too long ago, this came from the Christmas Hoarder, so I bought that, and then I discovered these were in his family room. So I saw a picture of them, so they're living with me now. They're one of the few trees that I did get. I think I got maybe 3 or 4. And these weren't even part of the estate. These were prior to, so I was very happy to get them. But back to these, some more of my candle huggers. And then under there I have some of my little figurines. And of course, Graceland. I've had that for many years and I love it. And then we have some of the other guys here. This little guy right here was my granny's. And so were these 3 angels. They used to stand on the mantle. And then I have these guys. This came from the Christmas Hoarder this year. And then we have the Noels. And of course we have to add in some Christmas pillows to the sofa and my elf. But they hang out up here. And then back here, I'll come around the other side before we do the coffee table. So this is a quilt that Brian actually made for me after my granny passed away that has all her Christmas sweatshirts on it. And so I got this one and my aunt got one with all her other sweatshirts. But she was a sweatshirt fanatic. She wore them till the cows came home, and so some of them were worn, but here's Goofy hanging out, Mickey. But I put this out every Christmas. It reminds me of her, because she used to wear them. And then the coffee table. So we'll get right down to it. This arrangement actually sat on my granny's coffee table, so it's came to live with me. You got my Holt Howard napkin holder with the little ashtrays there. This came from the Christmas hoarder, this guy. Here is actually a mail holder that I'm missing the spring for, so I would love to find that. And then my Humpty Dumpty candy cane holder. The table runner I absolutely love. I have this in another color tone over in the buffet. This I just got. This is a Lipper and Man, I believe. Yep. Mail truck. And it actually should have another spring in the back there to hold your Christmas cards. Got that from my friend Barb. She had that, so I picked that up. She gave it to me for a really good price. Then I have these guys here. These are actually from Santa's Workshop in the North Pole, New York. And then we have these coasters that Brian got one year. If you've watched Christmas Vacation, why is the carpet wet, all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. Very famous line for that movie. And then we have the Holt Howard trays and the candy container. So very neat pieces. But that is pretty much it for the living room. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you can see more videos of this. We're going to be doing the kitchen down the hallway, the hall bath that gets a redo for Christmas, and my den next. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.